we got Red Dead Redemption 2. No, I'm just kidding. I won't do it to you this time. We do indeed have Red Dead Redemption 2 coming at you. It's part 34. Sure, we'll have some more excitement headed our way. We're going to tackle some of the story missions in and around Saint Denis. We're still kind of stuck. We've been stuck on the one particular plot point here for the last few vids. That is Jack, which is John Marston's son, taken by the Braithwaites in that feud between the Braithwaites and the Greys that we kind of started. They kidnapped Jack, and when we went to go get him back from the Braithwaites, they told us that he was handed off to this Bronte guy. The only thing we know about Bronte is when we chased down those kids in the back alley, what I took from them was that they actually work for Mr. Bronte, which would mean that somehow Bronte is running this street gang of kids. This gang of kids who are on the street. I don't know how to phrase this sentence properly. There's this gang of kids on the streets of Saint Denis anyways. I think Mr. Bronte runs them, and I believe that would explain why he has Jack. He's going to take Jack into his kind of orphanage, more or less, and train him to become one of these kids. Going to become one of these street kids of Saint Denis. We're going to make sure that doesn't happen. That's this point right here. Dutch and John plan to meet you at the park opposite Mr. Bronte's house. Hopefully I was able to sum up where we're at. I think it's chapter 4. There are a few icons we could definitely reach in Saint Denis as well. It'd be very smart of us to try and save up some money and pay off our bounty. It's been ever growing. Every little thing that's happened in Saint Denis has just made that number balloon to $340.50. Not a great number, I must say. But unfortunately, there's not really any more side missions. We'll do the Dutch mission, and then we'll probably go to Rhodes, where we have the side stranger mission with clerk at Rhodes Station might know where to find a shipment of moonshine. I can't remember exactly why we need the moonshine. I know that we have to find out. We talked about how these employees at these stagecoach stations in select towns for money will tip you off on different important shipments that you can rob coming in via stagecoach. So we have to find one that has moonshine. Oh, that's right. There's a guy that wants moonshine. That's right. There's a scientist, I guess. Can we call him that? In the Saint Denis, that's my camp, in the Saint Denis area up here. It was a stranger mission. He's building something or something like that. So that's a side thing. And like I said, this is a bounty poster mission in Rhodes as well. So we could knock both those things off. And then we have a set of 2 missions back at camp too, including the Leopold Strauss. I've actually really enjoyed the Leopold Strauss missions up to this point. Typically, it's going to collect a debt for Leopold Strauss. The way it's basically worked so far is every time we've opened up a new camp, Leopold Strauss will give us the names of some people that we need to go collect debts from. And there's been some interesting storylines there, including the Downs family. And we found out a little bit in the last video about Mrs. Downs. She's working on the streets of Saint Denis as a hooker. Kind of an unfortunate thing to see. She was one of the people that we had to collect a debt from, and she wasn't doing very well, and her husband just passed away. Lots going on with her. I'm pretty sure that was that storyline. And then a Mary Beth mission, which I'm sure will be some sort of story progression mission. Our camp was just freshly set up. You can see there's not really even any icons showing so far. This mission will probably activate as soon as we ride into camp. We haven't even been to camp ourselves, so maybe when we're done in Saint Denis, it'd be wise to go there first and then Rhodes. I was just thinking of doing the bounty poster primarily to make some money so we can pay off this bounty. I don't think that I'm doing too great money-wise. I have $103.97. I've been spending rather frivolously. We bought a couple of new outfits. I know that I've been loading myself up with ammo. I upgraded Ab here, my horse, a little bit. My secondary horse, I should say. Okay, we are not going in the water. So that would mean that we're headed back into Saint Denis. We're gonna want to be really careful because we're a cop killer in Saint Denis. We have basically mowed down a bunch of them, which is why our bounty is so high. That's the main reason. Every cop you kill, that bounty goes up. And so we're probably going to be wanted. We may have bounty hunters coming after us. Even in the city, it wouldn't surprise me. Probably more so in the city, they'd recognize me. So I'm going to have to play that carefully. I never did end up going to the doctor's office. It might be wise to head there first, actually, before the Dutch mission, just to load up on medicine and whatnot. There's another theater show that we can go to, but not really wise to be spending too much time in public spaces when our bounty is this high. So let's just hit up the doctor's office. That's one place that we have not been to in Saint Denis so far. Oftentimes you go to these places and little side things open up. We saw that with the gunsmith in Saint Denis running that gambling den. Remember, I threw the Molotov through the window and the guys just kept playing their game of poker. They didn't care. They weren't about to stop. But I was able to jump through the window and kill them all anyways. Something that we haven't come across in a little while is another gang's camp. So riding through, you'll sometimes come across different fires and stuff. Sometimes you'll come across different camps, other gangs that have set up camps somewhere, and you can raid them. And I'm sure that there are definitely would be some valuables in that scenario. We came across it once, but I saved and quit just before. It was something that I was low on time.
I'd keep moving if I was you. What did I tell you? Get the hell out of here. Calm down. Maybe you can help us.
Easy, easy.
It ain't like this is going well. What you guys up to? Excuse me?
Shit. Nothing to lose, I suppose. Come on. The truth is, mister, our last batch of shine didn't turn out so good. You think you can help us with locating some ingredients? We could reward you for your troubles.
I like money.
Sure, why not?
I saw some milkweed nearby. Milkweed's got these clusters of little pink flowers.
Collect 2 milkweed plants from the surrounding area. Hopefully we can make a little bit of dough here. I imagine it would be on this little kind of northern peninsula here. So they're moonshiners. They want to cook some more up. So honestly, you never know what you're going to come across. Anyways, yeah, I saved and quit, and when I loaded back up, I was never able to see that. I was never able to raid that gang's camp again, so I kind of missed out on an opportunity. We haven't had said opportunity since. Whoa. My horse did not like something. Holy shoot, that is an alligator. Or a crocodile. Oh my god, that's another one. Okay, we're just gonna walk this way and pretend that we didn't see any alligators. I'm not surprised that my horse took off the other direction. He was about to be lunged. That would have been pretty funny. Picking milkweed, I get pulled by the arm into the river by a gator.
Lots
I don't know
of
if they're
flavors
alligators or
about with all these
crocodiles.
plants and herbs nearby.
Couldn't tell you the difference. It's so funny too because I haven't changed my outfit in a while, and we've obviously been through some faux shizzle. And so as I've been walking around Saint Denis and other kind of towns, especially Saint Denis, people have been saying, "Oh, look at you, you're so dirty, what, you just come off the street," different kind of
You grab
comments
what you
based
can,
on my appearance.
Bring them back, and we'll see how. fix.
Look, bro, I am wading through the muck here, trying to find you your damn milkweed. Least you could do is take a peek. I'm afraid that I'm gonna get eaten alive by a gator. There's okay, this is not good. This is swamp. This is where the gators are gonna be hiding. So I'm gonna try and get Ab back here safely, and we'll try and locate some milkweed. It said surrounding area, so I was thinking like the immediate area. Sorry, Ab.
What?
It's really deep here, the swamp.
I'm sorry, boy.
Whoa! No! Whoa! Oh wow!
Easy there.
I've read a lot of people who've commented on how many times they've died by running into trees and running into posts or whatever. I haven't really had that problem, like dying as a result of running into something on my horse. It really hasn't affected me too much. You said something about pink flowers or something. There's definitely some foliage over here.
Yep.
My horse does not like this area one bit.
There we go.
Milkweed? Berries! Oh, I might as well pick them, I guess. I'll eat one right now. Haven't been able to have Pearson's famous stew in a while. This is not really where I want to be at.
Yeah.
1:48 in the morning. Surprised I haven't collected milkweed. I feel like I've definitely seen the milkweed. This is full of some type of flower. It's not telling me. It'll come up in my compendium. Compendium. Is that how you say it? Compendium? Please be milkweed. Vanilla flower? What? Good lord, everything but
Get it.
the kitchen sink. Everything but milkweed.
There.
He said surrounding area.
Help. Easy.
Oh, come on.
Time to go, boy.
Can't possibly be this hard to find some damn milk.
Yeah. Slow up.
What is this? It almost looks like a memorial of some kind. Oh, just some more vanilla flower.
Yep. Ah. Whoa.
We have. This looks like it here. This is pink. Hey. I'll pick some more. So each time you pick it, it's actually two. Which is, as they say, two is better than one.
Yep.
a few buildings around here. There's definitely some human activity.
So, what's on the menu? Tell us what you got in the mix and we'll give it a taste.
To the still, okay. Not to the fire, Miles. That's not how they make
Place them in the hatch on the side of the
moonshine.
still.
All right. I'm gonna give this a taste.
It's gonna taste pretty damn good.
That ain't right with Shine, not at all. Tastes like licking liniment.
That ain't good at all. Ah, well. Can't win them all. We'll try again later. Damn. We got a rare victual in that chest there. Take it. I'd say you earned it.
Very generous, thanks.
Hey, that's ours, you son of a bitch!
You shouldn't have crossed me.
Oh shoot.
Now try that.
Asshole tried to pull a gun on me. So here's what happened. I'll explain the situation here. God damn, this always happens. He's gonna be gator bait very, very soon. Alright, sorry about that. So I saw, he said open that chest over there to us. I thought this was the chest. I didn't see this. It was still pretty dark outside. And I accidentally stole crackers from them. And so they went after me for stealing from their camp. And I literally just beat the crap out of both of them. So... you win some and you win some. So I'm gonna get aged pirate rum will increase your stamina XP. Wicked. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how we do. It's probably worth it to utilize their fire here. Hopefully nobody will stumble upon us here. So we can make coffee, and then of course we have different kinds of meat. So we can make a potent snake oil. We can craft 5 of this item. Let's do it. So that's the first tonic that I think I've made. It said I can make 5 of them. I'll make 3 vials for now. We can also make some ammo, which is interesting here. So I'm gonna go. We'll do the pistol cartridges. Pistol, right? So I think this is just taking the cartridges that you have and like upgrading them more or less. So let's just try the revolver and see what happens. For real, you have to go 1 by 1 on each. Wow. We'll do a bunch of them. This is something that we have not done before. It's good to know that you can actually do this. We're just gonna do a bunch of these for all our different ammunition types. Like, man, every time I delve deeper and deeper into this game, like, there's just so many possibilities. Like, the realism is insane. The fact that I'm sitting next to a campfire right now, manually upgrading bullet by bullet my ammo with a knife, like, that's something else. So that will probably be good for the revolver cartridges for now. We'll do the pistol cartridges next. I don't know if it's 1 by 1 or is it doing like 5 at a time or... So much for... Yeah, we're definitely going to be tackling story mission stuff right off the bat. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Big fat lie. Oh, god damn it.
Let's not be too hasty.
Reach for the sky.
I can't get out of this.
What are you doing? He's still breathing.
Oh no, I'm stuck in the animation of rewiring my arrow. God damn it. Really? You have got to be kidding me. I was like, I didn't click that many arrows. Oh boy, we're in trouble here.
Let's close in now. We got a man at every angle. Put this asshole on the ground. You won't feel a thing. Damn it, bastard, get away.
Alright, what do I do here? I gotta get my horse.
He's got an ambush.
This is actually ridiculous.
You're gonna die.
Thing is, I can't use any of my,
Somebody shoot that prick.
Ah!
Get in there. Take him down.
I kinda had to die there. God damn it. That's not fair, that was a glitch. We haven't really had anything like that happen, and that's a real bummer because it really takes away from the game. But I mean, it's a video game, it does happen. I really hope that Ab is alive and not dead. I guess we'll find out. Those moonshine guys were dead regardless. Hopefully we held on to the moonshine. It does look like we held on to the moonshine. You cannot gain experience from each pirate run because your stamina is at max level. Wow. Good to know. So there's now the split point ammo that we had. So at least it kept the ammo. How much? Okay, actually, yeah, we'll use split point on both for now. Might as well. That makes it worth all that crafting. Damn, look how freaking big those guns are. Okay, we have the Lancaster and the bolt action rifle on us. I drank that aged pirate rum and now my vision is a little bit... Ab, you're alive. Remember I said it wouldn't surprise me if bounty hunters come find us, and I thought, I wonder if staying at this fire for too long and doing this, blowing this much time, I wonder if it's going to end up costing me. It costed me. Okay, that's good. Whoopsie. So, yeah, that's fine. Okay, we got mostly everything that we really needed from those moonshine guys, so we'll continue on towards Saint Denis. I'm sorry that we kind of got held up there. There were some more buildings along that road where the moonshiners were that I kind of wanted to investigate. I can't really remember exactly where we were, so we probably won't be able to find our way back, but the only thing that I'm really disappointed in the timing of all that was that I was not able to actually cook some meat and some coffee for myself, which was what I was going to do after I crafted those items. So that kind of sucks that I wasn't able to take care of myself, but I'm banking on heading back to camp pretty soon, so as I said, we can have some of Pearson's famous stew. We can probably eat some of the stuff that we have in our own inventory, maybe before we do this Mr. Bronte mission. He's got some game. I have the ability to set up a camp somewhere if I want to. I could set one up really quickly here. I should do it away from the road so that the bounty hunters can't really spot me that easily, so we'll head kind of more back here. This seems like a nice spot. I've never done this before. I just really need to have a bite to eat something really good too. You cannot create a camp while there is activity nearby.
Easy there.
Activity. I'm not sure what they mean by activity. Does somebody wanna let me know why?
Now.
How can there be activity nearby? Okay, what if I do it like right here outside of Saint Denis? If I just start taking the road in, chances are I'll come across somebody who's maybe got a fire and I can hold them up and rob them, and just enough to utilize their fire. That's definitely an option. Yeah, not exactly sure what was meant by there is activity nearby. It's a kind of an ominous statement to me.
Whoa!
Yeah.
So, can I do it like...
Okay. Hey there. Whoa, it's okay, boy. Easy.
Whoa. That is a gator.
There
We're
we go.
already at a campsite. Really? Because I don't see a campsite. No bueno. Was that a Epona that just ran into the water? Oh, Epona. Or Ab. What the hell are you doing? Oh, there's also little small gators kind of everywhere. It keeps telling me that you're already at a campsite. I think that the game is just a big fat liar. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is we're not eating. We'll go to the doctor. We'll fill up on everything we need to, hopefully survive. Oh, that's right too. I wanted to... oh, we can go to the saloon and pay for a meal. Duh. And then we'll sleep and take a bath while we're there and change our clothes. And then we'll wake up fresh for the Dutch mission. Because if we walk over to the park across the street from Mr. Bronny's house and meet John and Dutch, they're going to think that I am like a meth addict or something like that, the way I look. What the hell happened to you? Oh, stop. I wasn't even close to you. Wait a couple years, you'll have cars coming down the street, jackass.
Come here and buy my book. My
Oh, this ought to be
book will
interesting.
change your life. My book will make you who you want to be. Rich. Rich is who you are, and rich is who you shall be. But you have
I would
to
like to be
read
rich.
the book.
Partner?
Hello, friend. Do you want to be rich?
Sure, I'll take one.
That'll be $50.
$50 for a book?
And cheap at the price. You read this, and you'll want to give me 100 more.
Should we do it? Let's do it. Screw the bounty.
Sure.
The best
$50
investment
for
you'll
a
ever make,
book.
my friend.
Books nowadays don't cost $50. Get rich quick.
Do you want to be happy, sir? Then you need to be rich. And the only way, the easiest way, the best way to get rich is to read about it in my book. This is the veritable Bible of success, my friends. This book will make you the person you have always wanted to be, a rich bully.
A rich bully. Alright, so it says, Get Rich Quick by Timothy A. Donahue. Welcome to your passport to an earthly paradise.
Is there anything
This
else I can
tome
do
that
for
you hold is your passport. Liken it to one stamped when you disembark from a steamer
Listen,
ship in a foreign
listen
land to
to
see
me,
exotic
friends.
sights
This
and
book,
smells,
this
and a street
precious
urchin
tome,
grabs your
this
rucksack
passport
and
to
leaves you
earthly
with
paradise.
nothing.
I have written it for you.
Okay,
so
this
that
guy
you
is
can be
screaming
like me,
into my
a
ear,
rich,
so I'm going to
happy,
take Ab
successful
right down
man
the
who
street
is now
and
dedicating his
read
life
this in a
to helping
quieter
those with the wisdom
venue.
to help themselves.
Shut up, I just bought your book. Okay, so now we should be good. Get rich quick. Yes, it is a passport to a land of opportunity that is just waiting for the ripe and rich mind of someone like yourself. A land that not only flows with milk and honey, but also wine to wet the lips of women, dry goods, rich silks, decorative commodes, and linens that have your very initials embroidered. Have you ever thought in the world that you would be dabbing your chin from delicious giblets made by servants? That you could pull a rope, and a man in a fine suit brings you a cigar on a tray? Why, you could wipe your backside with fine linens displaying your own initials every night, and a group of seamstresses would appear in your parlor to work needlepoint until they are bloody in the fingers to fashion another set for the following day. Listen to me, friend. This has happened to literally every person who has read this book, this precious tome. Philanthropy and the Gilded Age of Prosperity. How do you become a baron of industry? It is simple, my friend, and I have figured it out. I once sowed a field. I shucked corn. I ran a mule train until I was fit to die from exhaustion. It is because I am so humble and have worked with silt and sow that I am here to witness and say, I am here to teach you truly to haw and gee in your life. You see, friend, you can shout at a dumb pack animal, a deaf wanderer, a diminutive group of natives for as long as you want until you go hoarse in the throat, but they will not hear. You can yell at work animals, ha, and turn left, and gee to turn right, but I have a new command for you. Go straight. Abandon the beasts of the field in the field and let them die, and join me on a pathway that leads out of the beating death of sun and into a new light. The light of an oil lamp that burns as you take a relaxing bath, and a woman who can scarcely muster the native tongue scrubs your back and feels... Oh my god, I can't do this. Okay, we'll try that one again. The light of an oil lamp that burns as you take a relaxing bath, and a woman who can scarcely muster the native tongue scrubs your back and feels around in the water to your leisure. This one book to happiness will be the last book you ever read. I assure you that you will no longer be interested in new books when you have in your hands this very one that can be read over and over and tattered until you have to buy one anew. The lies of wisdom sow the seed of doubt, while the truth of the harvest feeds all. I have helped hundreds of people. They are people that can help themselves and are not maimed or hobbled with doubt. I believe the Great Spirit from above floated down like a dove and wanted me to write this tome. That dove landed, and I looked at it and shot it dead. For a man that is afeard of his own self, or a bird, and only wants peace, cannot make peace in his own mind with how he is going to make money. And if we quiver in doubt about becoming rich, we will never see it true. The way we bring the coins and silver into our satchels is not through hard work. It is not through the calluses on our hands. It is not through the toil of the soil. Instead, it is through the dedication to the Bible of success you now hold in your hands and read by the fire. And know that a fire will consume you, and it will burn out and brandish the soot and tar from your soul and replace it with money and wealth. I do not liken it, to be fair, to those who do not have this book as their spiritual guide to success. They are sad and they are weary. Life is not fair, but it is for you because you have this book. You have the answers, and you are strong. The Hebrews, after they left the hot and decrepit, parched hopelessness of Egypt, they wandered around quite a time in the wilderness. Imagine if they had my book. They would be following a camel train loaded with gold coins, weighing down those beasts until they bawled from the suffering of the great wealth they carried. And if you truly listen to every work and word I present and speak here, and you read it back and forth, sometimes left and sometimes right, for a period of about 40 years, like those Hebrews who wandered like nameless things in the desert, you will see the light in about 1 minute rather than 40 years. There are, no doubt, many among you who have during the period of your youth or old age committed to wanderings and fallen prey to common and predators. I can assure you that I am neither, as I seek to fill every pocket in your breeches, saddlebag, and purse with gold beyond dreams of anyone that has been near you, and I assure you that their jealousy will run a deep red vein and they will loathe you. However, you will spit upon them and have new friends very soon. Let us begin at the beginning. A man gave a rib away to create something, a mate, a companion, and one that inevitably betrayed him. I am here to witness through teachings that money will never blind or betray you, and it can be used in exchange for whatever you want. This path to wealth does not require you to remove a rib, watch your sons kill one another, unless you require it for amusement, and or be deprived in wanton desperation in such a way that you must interbreed to make a family. In New York City, the streets run with the manure of beasts and the screams of Irish children who will pick your pockets clean. But travel to Wall Street and you will discover a way of wealth that does not require you to soil your hands. No animal dung or crows will plague you. In fact, in a workday, you will scarcely be exposed to the harsh damnation of a sun that dampens your undergarments and distresses your temperament. Simply listen to my plan and you will be visiting the finest haberdasheries, holding an exquisite cane, and holding the soft hands of a beautiful wife who is ripe to bear beautiful children that can command your 100 servants at a summer mansion by a northern lake. It's all there for you, right over the horizon, if you will stare into the sun and believe what I am telling you. Money is a thing that comes to those that deserve it. Soon you will realize that the poor and infirmed have brought some kind of disease upon themselves through lack of will or promise to a higher cause, and I am here to bring that cause to you. Read on, as the path is swept away and the leaves and debris will not cloud your judgment. God wants you to be rich and rich of health. Anyone who suffers infirmities is surely lacking true faith and has not read this book. It is truly astonishing. America is looked over by a God that wants every person here to be rich and only showered in the light of the love that is happiness of wealth. It is commonly known that those that do not share in wealth simply take it by force but quickly fall to depravity. However, I will teach you how to take the hard work and toil of one man and sell it to another with no earnest or involvement. Making wealth on the backs of others is salvation, my friend, and I will introduce you to my friends in Wall Street who toil only in bankers' hours but live in opulence. That is a place you will live soon if you follow my directives. An investment in the paradise of beginning to the end. You, sir, listen to me. Do you actually enjoy being poorer than the average fellow? Well, no, of course you would rather not suffer. That is why you own this very book. You are quite close to being rich, exceedingly rich. Oh my God, prosperity begins with you. I say unto you in no uncertain terms, and some that are quite certain, that suffering is over for you. It is so dangerous to sit under the wrong teaching tree. That is a tree where a bird of carrion will sit and squawk and defecate on your dreams. False doctrine can rob you of prosperity. Turning away from prosperity can damn you more readily than all the sins, including copulating with your neighbor's maidservant or any sins of the flesh. Believe that there are multitudes of the blind singing and praising the doctrine of a humble man who would wallow in squalor while you engorge yourselves in riches. Do not listen to their songs, but instead listen to your own songs and let them ring from the rooftops and valleys. Thousands have sat with false teachers while I tell you that this doctrine is true. It is because I said so. Sit under my tree. Sit and sell from one man to another things that you do not make or touch or even claim to understand. Take the grain of one man and sell it to another, and make both men poor. And that is the grain of truth that I tell you will make you rich beyond your dreams, as you ignore the dreams of others, which is necessary. This is my hope for you, and along with that hope is an earnest wish that you bring this book in any translation or form, with adequate compensation to me, to as many people as possible, while enriching yourselves with this doctrine. It is so serious, this teaching that has your heart. This teaching is you. It is your heart. It is love. It is not only the love of money, but riches begin the path of love that helps others, which can only be helped after you help yourself to things that you deserve. Yours, Timothy Donahue. Acquire and share additional copies of this wondrous publication for only 20 cents. Send money order to Timothy Donahue, Elm Street, Lexington, Kentucky. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Okay, so that was the whole thing. I thought that was only the 2 pages. Good Lord. Well, we just read our first novel. Oh, do we have a stranger mission? Oh. Oh. I'm gonna still go to the doctor first. Man, things never go as planned. Always something comes up on the side, like those moonshiners in the swamp.
Look out, huh?
I don't
you look
believe
good.
we've met. I'm Dr. Barnes. If you're after tonics and elixirs, they're on the shelves on the back wall there.
Okay, let's see what I want.
Tonics, potent health cure, potent bitters. We're good there. We'll do the potent
Done.
miracle tonic. Just want to make sure that I'm full in everything that I can be full in.
There. Okay.
I'm pretty. I think I used a horse survivor on Ab before I died, which is why I needed some more there. That's it. And this guy looks pretty cool. He looks pretty straight. He doesn't look like somebody who's harboring slaves in the back or anything like that. So I don't think that we need to get any more involved here. So I'm just gonna walk up the street and do this quick stranger mission while we're here before we go to the saloon to rest up.
Hey there.
Come on out! You coward! We gonna talk about what you done to my wife! You're a dead man!
Somebody.
Hey! Who the devil are you?
Far as you're concerned, I am the devil. Now get out of here.
This cad!
I said get out of here.
This is an outrage.
quite know why I did that.
Because barbarity is boring, no?
It kept me amused some years.
You must go, my friend, before the gendarmerie arrive.
Hey, you gonna do right by this feller's wife?
You have done right by her. The little bird is free. I am an artist, cowboy. I must do what I feel. Look, I have an exhibit at the gallery. You come, see what I mean.
So that was just a short little stranger mission. We met Charles before, obviously. He's the French dude. I think he was the one that we met in the bar just by going to the saloon. So obviously he is having an affair with somebody's wife. I was able to save him though. Quick and rather easy. Speaking of saloons... 'tis where we are headed next. We have a new outfit that we bought that we haven't used yet too, so I can change into that for now. I already honestly feel like we've spent enough time in Saint Denis. It's cool to have a city, but I mean, I've already pretty much seen it all, so...
Stop right there and face the law! Screw the out of you!
Shit, no.
Looks like the law finally caught up with you.
Please. I didn't take much.
It was... Halt in the name of the law. One more inch and you're dead. You had your chance.
Hey, boy. Pass me. Come on. Shit.
Close again.
Nom de Dieu! Shit! Oh, shit. No. Yeah.
What the heck?
Ah! Whoa, whoa!
Man, I've done a pretty good job of evading the law. Oh, son of a gun, they're coming from the other way. God damn it.
Yeah.
Really?
Now, come on.
He's running for it. Damn it.
I spoke way too soon.
Yeah.
That guy was being chased down by the police. That police officer looked like he was gonna either beat him or something, and
Easy.
I'm already infamous for breaking the law in the Saint Denis area, so why not help a brother out? Whoops. Just gotta hang outside of town long enough until I can return and go to the saloon. Man, we're gonna end up having to do like an $1,000 job here or something like that. That's the only way that I'm gonna be able to pay this bounty off. It's crazy to think that I actually had almost $2 grand in cash not that long ago. Now I have a $350 bounty on my head, and I have $28. Jesus. Okay, so note to self, you can run into posts.
Yep.
Good lord, things are not going very well for me so far. Man, $28. We just really haven't done any jobs per se in a while. I wonder if that Mary Beth mission is gonna end up being some sort of a job that we can do to make some money. I sure as hell hope so. I'm dirty, I'm hungry, I'm tired. We're gonna go to the saloon, we're gonna get a drink, we're gonna get some food, we're gonna take a bath, we're gonna sleep, we're gonna wake up, we're gonna change, we're gonna go see Dutch. In that exact order. That looks like the park area that they were talking about, just back there. So this has got to be the area that Mr. Bronte's house is in. I think that's the first theater show that I saw when I came here. Yeah, this is the other theater show. I have not been to this theater show yet, though. Apparently, it's just like some sort of an art exhibit or museum. Or, are you serious? Are you for real? Really? You have got to be kidding me. How am I going to be able to do anything? I just don't have $350 to pay off the bounty. That's my problem right now, right? I don't have that kind of cash lying around, but like I was accidentally going too quickly down the street, and I guess a woman almost fell down, and the cops saw it. Immediately they were on me, and it's like, if I'm spotted for anything, riding my horse a little bit too quickly through Saint Denis, I'm screwed. Absolutely screwed. So that should be the end of that. Good Christ. Can I finally get to the saloon, please? Didn't even click on it.
Yep.
No way! No freaking way! You have got to be kidding me. They found me. Like, I honestly don't even really understand how that's possible. How it's possible that they could have found me.
Goddamn idiot.
Whoa! Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Jesus. No! Ab, no!
You're done.
No, Ab. Is that it for Ab? I have to just die here again. Oh, I thought if I went quickly in front of the train and then around the train would be able to give me some separation from the bounty hunters that were chasing me. But I didn't realize that it was going to be such a tight squeeze, especially between like those poles and then the train. And I just clipped the train. I got knocked off the horse, and it looks like Ab is dead because the only option I had was to remove the saddle, presumably so that you can use it on another horse. I'm gonna be pretty darn upset here if that's the end of it. Did they just start me in the top of the saloon? Oh, that's amazing. Yep. I have just a temporary horse. Ab is dead. Honestly, I can't. I'm glad in a way that I took my secondary horse, Ab, instead of Epona, but I'm not happy at all that Ab is gone. I'm gonna now have to go to the stable and see if there's some way to like retrieve the horse or revive the horse. I find it strange that there was no option to use the horse reviver. I guess more or less it was just dead. Now I've got this stupid temporary horse.
Good evening, Sergeant. I've seen some carpetbagging fancy mouths out here.
I cannot afford to be seen by the cops in Saint-Denis.
This'll do for me nicely.
This here is a real man's game.
Howdy, handsome.
Notice you're following me. Good evening.
What does a dried-up old hag have to do to get drunk around here? Please, gentlemen, you're embarrassing yourselves. You're not even good drunk.
Good evening. Mike.
Well, hello, handsome. Wanna have a good time?
You arrange a bath? I need a wash.
I'll have the girls make it for you. Just head on up.
Like a girl.
They raised the prices at the saloon. Didn't bother to scrub the blood out of the floor.
This town is so bloody boring.
So boring.
Boring. All of you.
Try and be
Just
in my shoes.
boring. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Not an interesting mind or a nasty habit among the lot of you. Place used to be sophisticated.
Bonsoir.
Stories I heard would make a devil blush.
Evening, friend.
Not anymore. To have some fun?
Can't believe Ab is just dead. That we actually lost one of our horses in like a harmless chase. That I got away from them. What, 2 times, 3 times, something like that. I just could not escape those particular police for the life of me.
Maybe
Sorry,
another
not this time.
No harm done. You just relax.
Your stamina has increased. We're all clean.
Mais quelle délicieuse surprise!
Oh, he sure
Do you want to have a good time?
Now the city's creating a new parish for that Italian.
I hear young Foucher's son does not have...
Man, that means I'll have to try and buy another secondary horse because the only other horse that I have right now is Morgan. And Morgan is less of a horse and more of a pony. Is that my phone? I keep getting these really strange calls from different numbers every day. Local area code too, 647.
I had a fella come in here the other day, hair slicked back, big gold watch in his pocket. Said he made his money out on the road, and now he's come here to take over. Hard to choose.
Prime rib, please.
I think I had the lobster biscuit last time, so this time we're gonna do the prime rib. I think it said it came with a spring salad and some potatoes. It was just really important for me to get some food in me. It's been a little bit, I believe. So now the next thing to do is to rent a room.
In New York over 10 stories.
Can use it to save progress and change outfits. So now, unfortunately, I bought that Get Rich book. It was... Sorry, it was... Is that a thing that I can do? There was no accept option. That's
For him, there's nothing else but to.
Saying Mr. Owens beat the living hell out of his poor wife.
have to save up for the bounty and definitely another horse too. Maybe we'll try and buy one from the stable here in Saint Denis.
You look like a real gentleman.
How do you
And
do?
I like gentlemen.
Hell, I can't say I'm not flattered.
We'll sleep till noon. Arthur could probably use a long sleep. It should restore some of my cores as well, which is obviously very important. Bit of a late start to my day, but
How are you, my love?
pretty sure this is an outfit that I haven't worn, and one of the ones that I bought from the somewhere here in Saint Denis. Poker, there's something that I legitimately have not played in this game for a while, and to be honest with you, that would actually not be a bad way to make some money. If I can get, I don't want to just use the $19 that I'd have. I have to save up some more money, but yeah, that might not be a good idea to make a couple extra bucks to go towards my bounty.
Doctor hold off that Robespierre, but he said above us keep him focused. I worry he might nick an artery. He's not careful. Good for what else?
Renee sticking up with another house girl. Silly old fool.
Arthur's gonna have a little whiskey to start his
I had
day.
an industry man come in here last week telling me he's moving down south. Sick of North liberalism, he said.
I'll have, Whatever you like.
Justice to the French civil code and end up
When you're
making
thirsty,
rules on their backs.
ain't nothing else, am I right?
It's happened before, you know.
That's the road over there.
Might help me with this whole Bronte mission.
Don't say.
Just give me a drink, quick.
Your whiskey?
Don't you bother yourself. It's no matter.
Mais bonjour. As well as can be expected.
You know, they're saying the city's revised school charter doesn't even pretend to offer francophone subject matter.
Well, that's how it works. You know that.
How many glasses am I drinking from?
The guy's drinking wine straight from the bottle. Classy as hell. Okay, so it's daytime now. I have a temporary horse. I have to go to the stable. I have to try and get a different horse. I need a better horse than this temporary horse over here. Plus, I can retrieve the saddle. I had a brand new saddle, obviously, that we just had made for Ab, and bought it from this stable, actually. They're gonna go, what the hell happened? This is like just like almost like a little small pony. This horse reminds me a lot of Morgan. This might actually be Morgan.
Saludos.
Watch it, maniac! You got some real problems, know that?
Take some of the back roads. It better chance of not getting spotted out in the open.
Out of the way!
Just that's that.
Theodore Eckhart Stables.
Hi there. Welcome.
That's it. Ab is dead. So that's Morgan. Epona. I'll have to use Epona.
Folks come from all over for our services.
I don't really have a lot of money to upgrade Epona, so unfortunately, it's not going to happen.
Wish more folks took care of their horses like you.
We can do that though, just to restore all of her cores.
Come back and see me. People in these.
I just, a part of me just literally cannot believe that that's the end of Ab. It's actually kind of sad. So now that we're all cleaned up, we're all straight, we've slept, we've eaten. This is going to be the last thing that I do in Saint Denis for the time being. Probably the last thing for this vid as well. Before we go back to Rhodes, where there's a couple things to do, and back to camp, where there's a couple things to do. I'm sure the story will bring us back to Saint Denis. It's a big place. There's a lot going on here, obviously. We've encountered a lot of strangers here, so I'm sure of it that we'll be back here before you know it. But this is a big kind of, this is what all this Jack and John Marston stuff has kind of been leading to. Hopefully we'll be able to find Jack. I'm just thinking it might be not so great to have John come along because he might get kind of, let his emotions get the better of him, given that it's his son. But I don't know, we'll see how things go. So this is the Dutch Vanderland mission in Saint Denis, part of retrieving Jack.
There you are. You boys ready? Of course. What else do you know about this guy? Not much, just he's some slick little greasy-haired European who's clearly got power and money. Now, listen. If we go in there and start shooting up the place, the boy's gonna get shot, that I guarantee. Fella like this, he's gonna have a lot of protection.
Ain't no one gonna get shot, Arthur, so everyone just relax. We'll charm them. Trust me. This the place?
Must be.
You okay, John?
I guess.
Excuse me, sir. We have an appointment to see Mr. Bronte.
Who are you?
You get your boss down here and now so we can talk about this like gentlemen. Run along now, boy.
Was that the special Dutch charm I heard so much about?
Relax. I got this. Don't worry, boys. We come in peace. We just need to straighten a couple of things out with your boss.
Dentro.
Chi sono sti buffoni?
Sono qui per Picciotto.
Coi soldi?
Why do you take his son?
Excuse me.
I said, why did you take his son? We ain't got no problems with you, sir. Nor you with us. But if you want to start one, there's going to be a lot of folks dead in this room before it's done.
So, you walk into my city, stinking of shit and looking like this, and you come into my house before you have a bath and you tell me how to act? You ask me to show compassion. Have I not shown you almost infinite compassion already by simply allowing you to breathe in my presence?
Indeed you have. Now, we are simple country folk. All we have is each other. And you have gone and you have took his son over some dispute with some inbred ex-slavers. It ain't got nothing to do with any one of us.
You had nothing to do with destroying the liquor business!
We was innocent bystanders. And that which we weren't innocent of, well, we most surely were ignorant of.
You twist words, you lie shamelessly. You think you are better than everyone else. Ti adoro. Date da bere sti uomini. Angelo Bronte.
Dutch Vanderland. Arthur Morgan.
The pleasure is mine.
John Marston.
All mine, please.
So, can my friend have his son?
Of course, of course. But, should I be out of pocket over a misunderstanding? Of course I know you would not want that, huh?
No.
No. So, how about this? You perform a simple job for me, and you get your son back.
What is it?
couple of people have taken to grave robbing in this cemetery.
Well, that is a fine place for it, the best.
I love this guy. I love you. See, they've taken not only to desecrating the dead, but they've done so without paying a tribute to the living. Thing is, they see my men, of course they run a mile. So maybe you two head off, huh? And you, Mr. Van der Linde, you tell me more about my manners. Salute.
Salute.
Grave robbers? You think he's taking us for a fool?
No idea. What choice do we have?
None, I guess. This is idiotic.
You know where the cemetery is?
I think so. Pretty sure I rode by it earlier. It's real impressive.
You know, you did good, holding your tongue in there.
Do you trust one word that comes out of that bastard's mouth? We don't even know where Jack is.
Listen, we found Bronte. We got in there. Dutch is with him now. All things considered, it could have gone a lot worse.
That poor kid. I ain't been a good father to him. I hope he's okay.
He'll be fine. I figured the Braithwaites were going to hold Jack ransom for all the money we cost him. They must have sent him here so we couldn't get to him. But Bronte knows by now there's no Braithwaites left to pay him. Jack ain't much use to him anymore. Let's just get this done. Let Dutch handle the rest.
I just hope you're right. Okay, I think this is it. Keep it down. Let's hitch the horses up ahead.
It's not exactly what I was expecting from Angelo Bronte, some Italian mob guy, but nonetheless, this is our best chance so far at finding out where Jack is and potentially getting him back, so I kind of feel like he's being genuine about actually taking a liking to Dutch, but I mean, it's so hard with these guys, right? You never really truly know if they're lying or not. Oh man, you took the bolt action with you again instead of the Springfield or the carbine repeater. What is wrong with you? No, that's actually okay. That's not a problem. We're gonna go high velocity there. We have express there. And of course our dual wield weapons.
This way.
Once again, we're in the limits of Saint Denis, so we want to try and avoid having any police attention.
All right. Let's see what's going on in here. I'll check this
Search
way.
the cemetery for the grave robbers.
Keep it down. Don't want them to bolt on us.
I see him. I just saw him run up here.
Hey there, boy.
I bet you this dog is gonna lead us to where these people might be. I saw somebody running. I swear I saw somebody running. When I slowed it down there, you could kind of see him. Oh, oh.
Hey, wait.
Oh, sorry. I had a bit to drink. A friend died.
So he's just a drunk.
They're still with us.
You should get yourself home.
That's good. That's exactly what I wanted to do. You should get yourself home. I'm telling him you should get out of this area.
I know, but you won't care once we get the boy back.
That bastard better keep his word. Hang on. There might be something.
This reminds me of trying to find those freaking guys in the cornfields. That sounds like a grave opening.
I hear something in there.
You boys found my pappy's watching! Damn it!
How many you see?
3, 4? Hard to tell.
You should be Mr. Bronte.
Nice shooting, Arthur.
Careful, they're leading us out in the open.
Can't see worth a damn. We sure picked the right night for it.
No, you make us do the hard work.
Reckon this is gonna work. Reckon this is gonna wake a few people up.
No doubt.
You all right?
I'm fine. Can hardly see what I'm shooting at.
If it moves, blast it. Let's stay on it. I think that's all of them. All right. Now let's find their stash. Gotta be around here someplace.
Okay, but we'll need to be quick.
We can't go back to Bronte empty-handed. Let's have a look where they first shot at us from.
Robbing grave robbers. We've hit the big time.
So now we have to search for the grave robber stash. Damn, that was quite the fight. It was tough because you could see them on the mini map, but they were.
Look around where they jumped.
It's like a maze in here. It's very confusing in and amongst all of these graves, and had to use my fists a couple times. I tackled one guy and then executed him, and then another guy tackled me, but I was able to get up, punch the crap out of him, and then stab him to death. Man, and no police response yet, which is a good sign. Probably a good thing that I kicked that drunk out of the cemetery, because if we had started that firefight with the drunk still in the cemetery, he could have technically been a witness to that crime, and this could have turned out much differently. So...
Think there might be something in here. Got it.
Good. Now let's get out of here.
Some sort of a mausoleum.
It's the law. Let's go.
Oh,
Maybe
son
we can
of a
get out
gun.
that gate. It's locked. We'll have to go back the way we came. Damn it.
We have to go back the way we came.
Come on. Let's go around the side. Shit! That's all we need. We gotta lose them, Morgan.
It's all over. Push it on. Come on, somebody hit this fool already. Someone kill him already!
Epona, get up!
Jeff, I said get away!
Man, we have literally done nothing but cause problems in Saint Denis so far. Once again, did you see how many cops there were in that area, though? In the area of the cemetery? Like, a ridiculous number. And sure enough, they were able to locate me. Pretty much that was the end of that. I tried to be silent. I tried to do what I could. You win some, you lose some. Go! No, Epona! Epona! Please hang in there, Epona.
Time to shoot! Here come more!
Hope you ain't got far to go.
No.
Come on! Take him down!
Oh no!
He's running for it!
He's got no problem
If a train comes from the other direction, I have one option, and that's to jump. They went the other way. So, I had two officers looking the other way. They think I'm already past this point. That's John Marston riding just behind me. We're gonna switch tracks here and go over here. It's foggy too, which will make us much harder to find. Literally just gonna hide here for now. John Marston's found me. It's gonna take a while for the wanted to go away, but we'll make it work. Well, we were able to make away with the stash. We didn't die. We didn't lose anything. Unfortunately, our bounty just went up almost another $200, so to over $500, because once again, killing cops. That's what's doing it to us. That's what's been doing it to us this entire time, killing all these police officers in Saint Denis. Now we have to return to Saint Denis, return to Dutch, return to Mr. Bronte, and give them the grave robbers' stash, everything that they found in the graves they had stashed away there. Now we're going to give that to Mr. Bronte and hopefully get Jack returned to us. That legendary fish location that popped up for us, interesting to see what it is. That's a big fish. It looks like it could be like almost like a muskie or a sturgeon or something like that. It's a very large fish, a very prehistoric looking fish. So we should come by here on the train tracks sometime. We might not even need a boat and just stand on the tracks, throw the lure out if a train comes, jump in the water.
It's lucky I ain't a religious man. Let's just get back there, collect our side of the deal. You all right? He best not be playing games with us.
He almost certainly is.
Yeah, absolutely, he almost certainly is. I think there's more to this Angelo Bronte character. See, it wasn't registering that his name was Angelo Bronte, so I wasn't envisioning him as an Italian mob kind of stereotype.
He almost certainly is.
You said that, Arthur.
Keep your head. Act normal.
How's he even gonna know we did what he asked?
I got a feeling most things around here get back to him pretty fast. Like I said, just see where we're at once we got Jack.
tired of the police response. Typically, when you commit a crime in the more rural areas of the map, it takes a while for the lawmen to come, and oftentimes it's a very small group of almost like untrained, very easy to get away from kind of bounty hunters almost. These officers in Saint Denis, by the dozens, they'll come after you, especially once you start mowing down their own. That being said, they have not really successfully killed me too many times. Let's get this done. Oh my god, that's a beautiful horse. Oh, that's right, that's Dutch's horse. You see, I feel like I've seen that horse somewhere before.
Well, you took your time.
Where's your host?
Like I said, you took your time.
I'm glad to see you.
Let's get going. What a fine man. Hey, friend, thank Mr. Bronte for
right?
everything.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Come on. You know, Arthur, Mr. Bronte has invited us to a garden party at the mayor's house. And us, just simple country boys. There. Let's go! We have a new camp set up, Jack. You're gonna love it. All right, let's get this boy back to his mother.
You sure you're okay, son?
I'm fine. Papa Bronte said you'd come for me.
I'm sorry.
What for?
For that. For taking so long.
I had a fun time. I had my own room with a big bed and a toy box. And lots of books.
Did they do anything to you?
Have you ever had spaghetti?
What's that?
It's food. It looks like worms, but it's delicious.
Is that right?
Papa Bronte teach me lots of Italian words.
Don't call him that, please.
You know, caballo? That means horse. And pantafola? That's a slipper.
A slipper?
They gave me 2 pairs. One for day and one for night.
Well, I'm just glad you're all right.
Oh, yes. I had the best time. But I can't wait to see Mama. Did she miss me?
She sure did. Like you wouldn't know.
Real good to see you, Jack.
You too, Uncle Arthur. Did you catch the bad guys?
Which ones?
At the graveyard. Uncle Dutch and Papa Bronte told me.
Just Mr. Bronte.
Yeah. Me and your pa dealt with them.
I told him you would.
Wait till you see this new camp.
Not another one.
Well, this one's got a house. Not as nice as Mr. Bronte's, mind you.
That's okay.
We'll get you settled and cleaned up in no time.
Oh, I had a bath last night.
Of course you did.
So it looks like Jack was cared for on some level. I still think Mr. Bronte is involved in that kind of like the orphanage with those kids, those street kids. Definitely good. I'm surprised that we were able to get him back that easily. I guess it wasn't easy having to evade the cops and all, but all told, the brunt of our newfound work in Saint Denis is over. We did quite a few stranger missions up in Saint Denis as well, so I think we can let Saint Denis rest for a little while. This is the first time heading back to our camp, so we get to get a little sort of acquainted with it more or less. And there's a house here, like Arthur said. Probably not as good as Mr. Bronte's, but we actually have like a solid shelter, which is pretty cool. This is Shady Belle. It's right by the water again, so I'm sure the views will be nice. Typically they are from camp. We'll see. I'm excited to see what direction the story is going to go in, kind of going now. Ooh, this is interesting.
They're back! I think I see Jack!
Abigail! Abigail! We got you, your son, everything.
We got him!
Mama!
He's fine!
I'm fine, Mama. They fed me good. Italian food. You ever eat that?
Come here, you silly boy. You got him. You got my son back. Dutch, Arthur, thank you. Thank you. I got my son back!
Jack. How are you, boy?
I'm fine, thanks.
Everything's okay now. Abigail?
Can I go play now?
So?
Well, we met Mr. Bronte. He is, quite a character.
Is he now?
You ever meet an Italian strong man before?
Not outside of a circus.
Well, let me tell you all about him. John, you go be with your family. Arthur, thank you. Boys, we got some work to do. Interesting work. But first, let's have a drink. We got Jack back!
Well, the boy's safe, thank goodness.
Thank you, Arthur. I don't know how to say it. Thank you.
I understand. Come on. Do as Dutch says. Go be with your family.
Come on in here! He's back, all right.
Hey, make some room.
So this is probably going to be one of those situations where our entire camp throws a party and it's all, you know, free alcohol and all this jazz, and yeah, they're all going to sit around the campfire and sing songs. Oh, here we go.
De la sierra morena, cielito lindo, vienen bajando un par de ojitos negros, cielito lindo de contrabando. De la sierra morena, cielito lindo, vienen bajando un par de ojitos negros, cielito lindo de contrabando. Ay, 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 canta y no llores, porque cantando se alegran, cielito lindo los corazones. Ese lunar que tiene cielito lindo junto a la boca, no se lo des a nadie, cielito lindo que a mí me toca. Ese lunar que tiene cielito lindo junto a la boca, no se lo des a nadie, cielito lindo que a mí me toca. Ay, 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 canta y no llores, porque cantando se alegran, cielito lindo los corazones. Ay, 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 canta y no llores.
I like these little camp parties. It actually feels like a bonding session with the people from your camp. It's pretty cool that way. It's good to see some good morale around camp instead of the constant fighting that we always encounter.
All right, let's give this boy a bit of space.
See you later.
Good to have you back, Jackie. We missed you.
Cuando salí de Hermosillo, lágrimas vine llorando.
What is going on here, Arthur?
Y con la flor del trompillo,
Come on.
me venía consolando.
The gang are celebrating the safe return of Jack and will be unavailable for other activities for a while. So exactly like that other party that we had back, I think it was at the Horseshoe Overlook.
Mr. Bell?
Had fun robbing graves, I hear.
Yeah, that's more your style. Okay, I'll catch you later then.
All right then, cowpoke.
Ah,
You know, me and you should go get some drinks in Saint Denis sometime.
I ain't sure that's a good idea.
Ah, come on. It was one bad night. Well, I should get back to it.
Sure.
Lenny was, of course, the guy I got drunk with in Valentine, and yeah, it was all downhill from there.
Maiden's paradise, an unspoiled paradise.
Yeah, I hope so.
Faith, Arthur, have a little faith.
Loitering suspiciously as usual.
I'm just trying to give you all your moment.
Wow, very kind.
Kieran. Still suspicious of Kieran. I think it'll always be that
No
way.
stopping you, Karen.
You better believe it.
Just save some for the rest
She's
of us.
hammered.
I was just worried sick.
I know. It's okay.
Eat that all up now, Jack. Okay, Mama.
Sorry it ain't spaghetti.
Get some drinks
So
down
good to
here.
have you
Live a
back.
little.
Thanks, Uncle Arthur.
This is a
And to see a
party.
smile on your mama's face again.
All right, all right.
Boring bastard.
So here's what we got going on for us right now. Because of all of this celebration happening, there are no active missions like the Mary Beth mission and any other story missions. All that gets refreshed once we kind of wake up tomorrow morning and everybody has their little hangover. So we have, there's the camp party. So I'm going to save and quit here. Hopefully when I reload, this stuff will still be going on. It doesn't really matter. I mean, I just did a little bit of celebrating with them. And then we'll tackle everything that we need to do in camp. We'll definitely make sure to get another meal. Maybe I should do that before I stop. I just slept and kind of bathed and stuff, so I don't really need to rest too much. I just want to eat again, and then I'll save and quit. And then when we start next time, back to the
He
missions.
shot the rope. Clean through. Instead, they hanged the sheriff. I got away with nothing more than a sore neck. Was you scared? Absolutely.
You okay, Pearson?
Yes, indeed. Feels like we can move forward again.
I hope so. You getting involved, Bill?
Just getting my drink on first.
Okay. You not joining in?
Not really in the mood.
Okay.
Aw, poor Molly.
You ain't joining the party, Reverend?
I don't want to ruin it.
I'm
Aw.
feeling sorry for yourself. Javier plays good, don't he?
He sure does.
Well, that's
Mary
have a
Beth,
good
so that's
night.
the
We
one that's
deserve
got the mission for me. It's an interesting camp. When I start next time, we'll do some more investigating around camp, maybe go inside the building, check different things out. Maybe there's some new stuff that's available for us to do. We will take care of all of that next time.
Screwed me to the wall. He never let me catch my breath.
And then give the missions a go.
And he cocked me out.
Well, we've eaten well this time. We slept.
It was a sin. And early in the morning, before the break of day, he handed me.
And then there's this alcohol kind of everywhere that you can take.
For the damage I've done 9 months from now.
Currently unable to manually save. That must have something to do with the party and stuff kind of happening.
And if it be a son, send the bastard off to sea with that little ribbon tucking.
Yeah, I can't donate anything, so I'll probably have to end up just going to bed and kind of saving that way. So it looks like the accommodations are inside the building, which is much different than the tents that we've been used to up to this point. So this is it. This is home sweet home. I feel like I need a lantern. Suppose I can't use a lantern. It's just very dark at nighttime. There's an icon for like to see somebody upstairs. So I think it's Jack. I think Jack wandered inside. So I wonder if there's like an optional conversation or something like that that we can have with him. There's the fast travel map, so this is quite obviously my room, no? I think so. Arthur's father, wow. Arthur's dog, aww. Hosea, Dutch, and Arthur together. Somebody's just getting cut out of that picture. That's so cool that we have some more of these kind of personal belongings. Here's another photograph. This is Beatrice Morgan, Spring Rocks, 1870. So that's probably Mama Morgan. In fact, that has to be Mama Morgan. There's our fast travel map. We really got to start utilizing that a little bit more. I don't see why we don't do it kind of more often. Somebody's left some ammunition. Oh, this is the ammunition cart, right? Because I'm the person that has the ammunition. Right, okay, so I'm going to stop taking ammunition. So everybody will come up to my room if they need the shared ammunition, whereas before it was in a tent, right? So some of the stuff that we can get, like provisions and stuff. I think the provisions and the medicine and stuff are still outside. Yeah, everything else is still outside. The ammunition collection is inside in my room now, though, which does make sense. Yeah, it says companion, so I feel like there's probably... This is the American Inferno. Interesting. We already had our novel read of the day. This is obviously just somebody else's room. I don't know how I'm supposed to get to that dot. There's not like a...
What? Arthur. We did it.
Well done.
That's a weight off, all right. All right, well, I should be getting on.
Sure, Arthur.
Sorry, dude. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. Come on. It'd be really nice if, you know, there was more clear instructions sometimes. When I go up here, the walls close in. And I don't understand. There's definitely like some kind of conversation to be had here with this companion. remember shooting and killing people in this house when we were first scouting it.
Hey, get up.
What, Arthur?
It's nothing.
I'm gonna go back to sleep.
Sorry, John. I thought you were gonna be with your family anyways. I suppose not, huh? Yeah, I'm just not quite sure how to get into that room, right? That's Dutch. Alright, well, I'm just gonna have to go to sleep. I'm not gonna party this time. Last time I partied with them, but after everything we've done, Arthur is tired. I just had a 13-hour sleep, but this kind of will refresh everything for us, and we'll get a fresh look at everything in the morning. Hopefully I didn't miss any conversations here with that whole companion thing. I don't know. We'll sleep. It'll just be a shorter sleep. It's more of a nap. We're just gonna sleep until the morning. We didn't drink, so it's not like we're gonna be hung over or anything in the morning. New journal entry. Now there's something that I never do. Never look at my journal. There's roads. That's old stuff, talking about setting up at Clemens Point outside Rhodes. Blood feud between two families. There's the Rhodes Parlor House. That's us becoming deputy sheriff. There's gold or women or something at the root of this, and if it's gold, we want it, right? That's still getting involved with the families. There's Francis Sinclair wants me to find some odd rock carvings, right? We know about that already. This is about the legendary fish. Miss Margaret. Hunting the zebra and the donkey and the tiger. Gave me a pretty decent emerald as payment for my troubles. Maybe he wasn't so bad after all. That's the circus guy when he paid me. Went to the house. Don't feel so bad for him now. Feel like a fool bastard was a slave catcher. That's about the slaves. There's the Braithwaite Manor. Moonshine. That's that Romeo and Juliet situation. Oh, I did make about $112 from that last main mission that we did, the Mr. Bronte mission. We were able to get a cut from that. Still not nearly enough to pay off my bounty, though. We got a lot more to do that. What's this? Pinkerton's Lawman Bounty Hunters. There's more and more civilization. Perhaps this is it from now on. We shall see, I guess. This whole place is beginning to give me the creeps. I want to get back in the open country of the West or what's left of it, but even that ain't the way I remember it. Been recuperating after an interesting encounter with Colm O'Driscoll. Dutch got into his mind to meet the bastard to somehow end all this. Only Colm did not share Dutch's sense of honor. Right, that's when that meeting went awry between them. American Ginseng, that's just finding different things. Probably a legendary animal drawing. That's Sean being killed. Big plot point. Sean has been killed. I'm more sad than I can admit. I love that little loudmouth wretch more than I knew. He was like an annoying little brother to me. What fun we had riding together, and now he's dead. His head shot half off in an ambush. What a goddamn mess we are making of things. Still no Confederate gold, but a shitload of trouble. So here's our new mansion, Shady Belle, home for now. We've moved again, more trouble with the Pinkertons, more trouble with them locals, more trouble all around. Little Jack's been kidnapped, so we're trying to find him. Apparently some fella in St. Denis. Senor something or other took umbrage to our presence and kidnapped him, or heaven forbid worse. We burnt down Braithwaite Manor when we went hunting for him in an almighty scrap. That's creeping time. Some more plants that we found. So we headed into Saint Denis to find little Jack. We were told he'd been kidnapped by some local gangster, this Italian fella called Bronte, a local tough guy. We ain't found him, but he's found us. Dutch and I headed into town, and I managed to get myself robbed by a bunch of children. This was a new low, even by my standards. Anyway, we found Mr. Bronte and are going to pay him a call. We better get the boy back soon, not least because if we don't, Abigail will kill a lot of us. All this after we burned down the Braithwaite Manor house looking for him and made some real enemies of ourselves back in that country. We're now hiding deep in the swamps, trying not to get eaten by wildlife or sunk too deep in the mud. I cannot decide which I like less, the swamps or the city. Both are full of parasites, reptiles, and slime, but the swamp's prettier. Dutch is trying to think of where we can run next, but in the meantime we are deep in the swamps, hiding in some disease-ridden old plantation house, mostly swallowed up by nature. Guess we will find Jack, get some money, then flee, but where? These bastards ain't giving up. We are a long way east of land we know and far from real open country. There's Brother Dorkins, we know all about him. There's that crazy professor, Marko Dragic. Like the Nikola Tesla guy. This is a good recap of kind of everywhere we've been so far. Only he didn't tell me how to think. Whole thing was odd. Told me to come and see him at his lab at Dover Hill, maybe at some point. There's the Frenchman that we had a drink with in the bar and then saved him from being shot by that guy when he was sleeping with his wife. Too many good characters to count on two hands in the Saint Denis area. Then we got this guy who wants the 100 gallons of moonshine. We're still working on that. We have to go see the guy in Rhodes to tip us off on a moonshine shipment. There's some more herbs that we found. Illustrations of Saint Denis and everything that's going on in the Saint Denis area. I always heard Saint Denis was one of the 7 wonders of the world. If this is so, I don't care much to see the other 6. It's a depressing place. It shows you the only thing worse than people is a whole lot of people. I have not ever met a lizard in a suit before, only now I have, and his name is Angelo Bronte. He is either our salvation or our damnation. The city's strongman arrived from Italy a few years ago and now knows and controls everything and everyone. He had not harmed Jack other than feeding him strange food, and Dutch seems to think that maybe we can get something from this oily dictator. Personally, I don't trust him more than I'd trust any hungry animal not to try and eat me, but for now we are somewhat safe and hidden. Whole place gives me the creeps, and that's the end of that. So gonna have a poke around camp a little bit more before we head out and do some of these story missions, particularly the Leopold Strauss and the Mary Beth mission I wanted to do first because they've been there the longest. The newest mission is this Hosea Matthews mission. There's also this new letter mission, and then of course the missions in Rhodes. So I figure poke around camp a little bit, then we'll do Mary Beth, Leopold Strauss, then we'll go to Rhodes, do Bounty Poster and the Professor mission, then we'll come back and do the letter and Hosea. That'll probably all be over maybe a 2 or 3 video period. This was a long one. I just haven't played in a few days, and I really wanted to kind of dive deep into some gameplay. It was a much slower start than what I anticipated. I was hoping to do that main story mission off the bat, but clearly we got ourselves caught up in quite a lot. We completed 1% of the entire game in this playthrough. We are at 47.6% of a 100% completion so far. And we will see what the next one has to offer. I'll see you on the other side.